the idea of nations, nation states more specifically, and because there is certainly a difference, and therefore borders is perhaps the civilizational question. So I wanted to just put it out there, and then I guess we can have a back and forth, is that I think essentially our civilization, the capitalist modernity that we live in today, is an empire of fear, and that's why we still think borders are necessary. And we can go into detail as well.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So when you, let's say, I take it that you want to have a Kurdistan state.
No.
You don't want to have a Kurdistan state?
No.
Okay.
But why do all those people, but a lot of people,
But
lots
why
of
do
Kurdish
they want?
people are
Why do
fighting.
the Kurds want to have that, or some Kurds?
Well, some Kurds do, and I think, and again, like I say, I especially as an oppressed nation, I understand the desire for some sort of independence. But you know, as many people probably know about the revolution that happened in northern Syria in 2012, that is essentially not just rejecting borders, so not just not wanting to create new borders, but it's also the aim of it is to deem the current borders obsolete. And you know, we saw actually, and you know, anyone that has been following Syria and therefore, you know, the revolution in northern Syria probably also heard about the, you know, the heroic resistance in Kobane against the so-called Islamic State. And actually, those people, you know, Kurds who lived in Kobane and Kurds who lived on the other side in Turkey, so in Suruç and the Urfa area, they broke down those borders, and therefore, in a way, you know, along with obviously the very good, you know, the Kurdish, the talented, and the Kurdish fighters who have many experience, but also therefore the protection of the people themselves was possible because they just, you know, in that area of the world, the border didn't exist anymore, which is why actually the Turkish state feared that so much that they've, you know, the border wall that Trump has been talking about, the Turkish President Erdogan has actually done it, but no one talks about it. And that's essentially the fear, and you know, connected to the empire of fear that is constructed around us. It's the fear that these people will deem these borders obsolete. That, you know, if we do want to talk about the necessity of borders, 100 years ago, the Sykes-Picot Agreement just cut through the Kurdish areas and divided Kurds into 4 nation states.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just got...
But I mean, you get rid of the borders. Are you a Democrat? Do you favor democracy?
I do, of course, yes.
How are we going to organize the franchise if we don't have any units within which to organize democracy?
We don't need nations or states to have a democracy. In fact, I would go as far to say that states and democracies actually limit democracy. You know, there is a level of democracy, of course. We do live in, you know, in a democracy here, but there is a limit to it. You know, when it gets to certain things, there are certain aspects, and you know, in northern Syria right now, there's something called direct democracy. I don't know if people know what direct democracy is, and the people there, without the state, and remarkably, I was just there 3 weeks ago actually on education to research the education system of this place, and it's remarkable just how people are able to productively, and I want to put out productive out there because capitalism claims to be productive, but you see what real productivity is when the actual people are taking control of their lives. Just how productively, despite being in an incredible war zone and having threats from all sides, they are organizing as communes, as assemblies, as municipalities, as cantons, and on a federal level and on a confederation level, with not just Kurds, but Kurds, Arabs, Syrians, Syriacs, Christians, Yazidis, Muslims, Alevis,